We're in the middle of a weekend snowstorm right now. I think the last time I heard we had 11 inches and it's still coming down and more to go. I think they're expecting up to 19 inches here in Indiana. Brian has been out all night plowing the streets because he works for the town. So we're just trying to keep electricity and water going here. We had huge plans for all of the things that we thought we were going to accomplish over the winter. We were definitely going to start screening in our porch. We were definitely going to finish the kitchen. A hot tub. It's frozen solid in there. The reality of life and really just our daily happiness affected a lot of the decisions that we made over the winter. Instead of packing each day with tasks, we still went to work, but then we spent a lot of our free time enjoying each other's company, enjoying our hobbies, making plans for the future. And we still did some things, but we found a lot of happiness in crocheting scarves, learning to quilt, and I even joined Cornell University's Great Backyard Bird Watch, and I counted birds and really enjoyed learning about all of the birds of Indiana. We went on a lot of walks around the property with the dogs, exploring the winter, and we spent a lot of time cozied up on the porch, bundled up with hot cocos and coffees in hand, and watching all of the birds come to our feeders and the dynamics of winter bird life here. Animal burrow. I'm sure it's probably like a vole, or I don't know, do bunnies do this? Looks like some kind of nut, I think, on the outside. A couple nuts. Squirrels? No, I think squirrels nest in the trees. It's a pretty decent size. I could fit my fist in there. There's actually several little spots all around like this size. I'm going to try not to step on it because I'm going back here to the creek. I'm looking at these tracks here. I think that's a bunny. I think that's a little bunny rump. Maybe? I'm definitely not an expert with tracks. Venturing it out on the water. I don't know how frozen it is. It's in the 20s. It's been pretty cold consistently. I don't know how far into the water I really am right now. The snow is pretty deep. There's ice. There's the lake. that's pretty frozen solid there. Part of me really wants to walk out there. But then Phineas and I just fell into the water not that long ago. And it was quite chilly. So of course I had to try. But just like 2 weeks earlier, Phineas had ran out onto the lake and he fell through and he couldn't get out. He was stuck. And I just jumped in and ran after him and pulled him back. And it was very traumatizing and very scary. So some people do this on the internet and make it look like it's not scary. But at 45, I was a little scared. I ended up only going about 10 feet out into the lake here before I chickened out and went back. During our first year in Indiana, I have to say winter was maybe one of my favorite seasons, but it was not without some trials and some learning curves. We had our water lines freeze. We learned about having to drip our water so that we could keep running water in our house before we could make a game plan to better insulate our water lines on our outer walls. And we also learned that even in the winter, we can have some pretty treacherous weather here in Indiana. We were very lucky that this tornado actually skirted past us, and not so lucky, it did hit a neighboring town. But just a couple weeks later, we actually had a tornado touchdown in our backyard between that big oak tree and our back porch. We're very lucky. The only casualty was our Starlink satellite dish, which got ripped in half.
See right there where it looks like it's coming down?
Yeah. The temperatures started to rise and the starling invasions moved in. Do you want to go outside and chase the birdies? Do you want to go chase the starlings? Way too much fun out of scaring starlings.